Heading into the Academy Awards, the last kind of big one, I think we still have SAG coming, but the last big awards presentations, big significant major awards body to present was Bafta, and the British version of the Oscars, if you will. And they have now had their ceremony and the big winners have been announced. And it was a big night, Rob, for Oppenheimer. As Oppenheimer took home Best Picture, Best Director, Best Lead Actor, Best Supporting Actor. They didn't get Best Adapted Screenplay. We'll talk about that. So let's go over and take a look at the results from Bafta, shall we? Now, already said Oppenheimer won Best Picture. So good on them for winning Best Picture. In Best Director, of course, we had Andrew Haigh, Justine Triet, Alexander Payne, Bradley Cooper, but Christopher Nolan wins the Bafta for Best Director for Oppenheimer. In Original Screenplay, Anatomy of a Fall took home Best Original Screenplay. I kind of thought David Hemmingson was going to win it for The Holdovers, to be honest with you, maybe even Past Lives, but it actually went to Anatomy of a Fall, so it wins Best Original Screenplay. Under Adapted Screenplay, the one big one where Oppenheimer didn't win, it ended up going to, and we talked about this, Rob, American Fiction. Ended up taking Best Adapted Screenplay. Of course, Poor Things was another one that some people thought had a chance to upset Oppenheimer. Zone of Interest was also one that some people thought could upset Oppenheimer, but American Fiction, and I'm thrilled for it because this movie is spectacular. I love it. Wins for Best Adapted Screenplay over Poor Things and Oppenheimer and things like that. No surprise here. Leading actress, a wonderful lineup of nominees, including Margot Robbie, Carey Mulligan, but Emma Stone wins for Poor Things, which is really setting up, I think the Academy Awards are really just now an inauguration for Emma Stone. I think it is now absolutely 100% going to be her award to win. She is fabulous in it. She is every bit as good, if not even better, in this movie that she was in La La Land when she won Best Actress before. So good on her. Best Leading Actor. I thought, listen, this is a 2-horse race between Paul Giamatti and Cillian Murphy. We've seen Paul Giamatti take one or two of the other awards. At the BAFTAs, Cillian Murphy takes Best Actor. So it's really setting up a nice showdown now because we've had Cillian Murphy win a couple of them. We had Paul Giamatti win a couple of them. And now we're going into the Academy Awards and we really don't have a definitive winner who's going to win this at the Oscars. So Cillian Murphy takes that. Best Supporting Actress went to, no big surprise, Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdover. She's kind of been sweeping up in this category. Best Supporting Actor, another inauguration. Robert Downey Jr. has kind of been sweeping it up across the board. So Robert Downey Jr. wins Best Supporting Actor as well for the BAFTAs. Still some people whispering, Rob, that they believe Ryan Gosling still actually has a shot at this, but with kind of, Robert Downey Jr. running the table here, leading into the Oscars, I think it's going to be his very, very long awaited Academy Award ever since he was first nominated for, Chaplin?
Yeah.
All the way back in whatever year that was, but he might finally be walking with his trophy. Anyway, Rob, which ones to you here made sense? Which ones surprised you? And how do you think this sets things up going into the Oscars? We want to take a second and thank a sponsor of today's video, Factor. Guys, some days it's great to prepare your own meal, but some days it's great to have wonderful, delicious meals already ready to go. Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals makes eating better every day easy. Wherever tomorrow takes you, be ready with pre-prepared, chef-crafted, and dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door. You'll have over 35 different options a week to choose from, including keto, calorie smart, vegan, veggie, and more. And there's even more to enjoy with over 55 nutrition-packed add-ons that help make your weekly meal planning even more delicious. So what are you waiting for? Get started today and have a feel-good week of meals ready to go. They've got snacks, smoothies, and more. Discover a wide variety of easy options for the entire day, like breakfast, midday bites, and more. And guys, you get to save. We've done the math. Factor is less expensive than takeout, and every meal is dietitian approved to be nutritious and delicious. So guys, head to factormeals.com/campea Campea50 and use the code Campea50 to get 50% off. That's code Campea50 at factormeals.com/Campea50 to get 50% off.
Well, there were really no surprises to me at all here. I mean, I really liked seeing American Fiction win that award because I quite enjoyed that movie. And I think I've always thought, and Zone of Interest getting some love too. I've always thought the BAFTAs are kind of the more erudite version of the Oscars in a way. And so nothing here really surprised me. Poor Things made a pretty good showing, more so than I would have thought in various categories. But nothing surprised me. And I watched clips. I really liked Nolan's speech about winning, and really heartfelt. And I thought he'd won a BAFTA for, I don't know, Inception or Dunkirk, especially. He never won one. And so it was not surprising to me. And I think, John, I think that Cillian Murphy's probably got the Oscar wrapped up for Best Actor. Oppenheimer's going to win Best Picture and Best Director.
Yeah, I think the picture's become, as we've gone through award season, the picture's gotten more and more, has been coming into focus, right? Oppenheimer's clearly going to win Best Picture. Christopher Nolan is clearly going to win Best Director.
And by the way, both well-deserved.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And thank your lucky stars that Dune 2 moved out of that year into 2024, because it really did clear the way. Not that Dune 2, we haven't seen it. Not that Dune 2 would have automatically won, but it made the path to victory a little easier for Oppenheimer.
Right.
Emma Stone, it's clear she's going to win Best. Divine Joy Randolph, it's clear she's going to win Best Supporting Actress. The screenplay ones are still in play, though. And I think Best Lead Actor is still in play because, like I said, it's kind of been a split thing between Cillian Murphy and Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti's taken several of the big major ones. Cillian Murphy now taking the most recent major one as well. But you're still thinking it's going to be Cillian Murphy going in there into the thing.
I really do. I mean, look, that guy's like on screen almost every moment of that movie. And some people say that he delivered kind of this otherworldly monotone performance. And I'm like, yeah. And it was consistent throughout everything there. I couldn't take my eyes off him or his performance. And while, Giamatti was great. But
he was absolutely fabulous in it. Yeah.
I mean, and I'm a huge Paul Giamatti fan. But I think that what he was doing was more, I don't know. I just think what Giamatti had to do to keep that his performance that kind of buttoned up, I wouldn't say it's harder, but the fact that he was able to do it and convince us, like I never thought I wasn't looking at Robert Oppenheimer. I really didn't. And I'm like, wow, man, that guy. But Giamatti is this ultimately, what an endearing, heartfelt. He you know what he reminded me of? And it's different performance, but Robin Williams in Dead Poets Society.
That's actually a nice comparison. I like that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you love this guy, and by the end of the movie, you're so with him because you believe him. But it's a different kind of a feel. So I think Cillian Murphy is going to get it, or Cillian Murphy, is it Cillian?
Cillian.
I think he's going to get it. But if Giamatti won, he's a favorite. Everybody loves Paul Giamatti. It wouldn't surprise me.
And he's spectacular in the holdovers. But I'm still going to say this, and I know a bunch of people think I'm crazy, but I am telling you, when I'm in Vegas this weekend, if there is a sports book that is laying odds on the Oscars, and somebody's willing to give me 100-1 on Jeffrey Wright, I'm putting $100 on Jeffrey Wright. If you're willing to give me 100-1 odds, I'm just saying, I'm not saying Jeffrey Wright's going to win, okay? What I am saying is, you give me good enough odds, Jeffrey Wright is so good in American Fiction, like crazy good, that I would not, like, we're saying it's a 2-horse race, and it is. It's Cillian Murphy and it's Paul Giamatti. But if there was a underdog here that could come out of nowhere, like, an RKO, I think Jeffrey Wright is the guy. And again, if you give me 100-1 odds, I'm putting that money on Jeffrey Wright, even though I know it's going to be either Paul Giamatti or Cillian Murphy, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What did you think about the results of the BAFTAs? I mean, a couple of little surprises. A lot of them kind of just putting more into focus what it looks like are going to be the results of the Academy Award. How did you feel about them? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.